And Ashley has done, she is as a performer there at Dollywood, she's done the most different kind of shows that we have to offer out of anybody who's ever been there.
Wow.
So that's impressive enough to make sure that I'm giving back to her what she's given to the department that I help run.
Yeah. And going back to what you said, Lander being such a small community, so it's really important that you make yourself, stand out from the rest. Yeah, and to make sure that you have enough previous background or internships or things like that to help you along the way.
Exactly. That's part of the trip. That's part of the reason for this trip. When I was a student here, I thought it was Broadway or bust, or I had to be a movie star, or I wouldn't be successful in the industry. And my success at Dollywood has proved that you can be. There's different levels. There's regional theaters. There's other theme parks. There's cruise ships. There's dinner theaters. There's many venues that entertainers can find themselves successful in if they just have to know about them. And that's what I like to. That's what I'd like to be here for. That's the purpose of the trip.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming in with me today, and I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Can you?
What did I do wrong?
No, you were fine. The TriCaster back there is old, and it kind of gets jammed up sometime, and it stopped right after I started it. But then I caught the last half, so if we could ask, it was mainly the Lander part.
Okay.
And I hate asking you again.
Oh, sure.
Well, your energy was so good, and so you got to be fresh all over again. Okay. But this happened last
So
week.
the first two?
It's I think it's about the three about Lander.
So 1, 2, and 3?
Let's do the first 4 just to be sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Sorry, thanks.
Oh, great.
Oh, second time.
Okay,
This
I'll do.
Gosh. I thought it was over.
The bad luck charm.
No. On WLG TV today, we have in with us Justin and Ashley Bradley, a producer and entertainment performer at Dollywood. So, Justin, was it difficult for you to get a job after graduating from Lander?
I was actually lucky enough to have 3 different jobs lined up before I even graduated. I had auditioned at a theater conference the spring of 2000, and before I walked, I had 3 jobs lined up. Now, the first job was Dollywood, and 15 years later, I'm still there. So we can obviously see that it was a blessing for me to go there first.
Did you feel as if Lander prepared you for your career?
Absolutely. The individual attention I got here from the music professors, some of the theater professors, and dance instructors helped me focus on individualizing myself. And now when I hire performers for different shows or different productions, I can deal with the melting pot that we have. It's a lot of different ethnicities and demographics are across the board. So being able to individualize with them makes them feel more important than just being a number in a cast.
So why did you choose to work at Dollywood? And you can answer this question too, Ms. Ashley. Okay, go ahead.
Well, it was kind of funny, actually. I had to tell Dollywood yes or no on a Friday. Thursday night, I went to bed not knowing what I was going to do, and a lady had stopped in at the post office where my mom worked in Due West, South Carolina, and
I know where that is.
told her that she had just gotten back from Dollywood and the shows were great, and I just saw that as a sign from God that this is where I needed to be. And the 3-month gig just was such a wonderful experience for me. They had some more openings, and I just stayed on and kind of worked my way through.
And I actually heard about it from a colleague who I was working with. They told me that they were having Dollywood auditions downtown Cincinnati. I didn't know what Dollywood was. I'd never, been to the park before. But I went to moved down when I was 19, and I've been there ever since.
That's awesome. Awesome. How did you develop connections after graduating from Lander?
Well, for me, it was, I think I walked on the 6th of May, and my first rehearsal was on the 12th, I believe. So it was a pretty quick turnaround for me to get up to Tennessee. Yeah. So as far as connections go, mine have all been Dollywood focused. You know, we work with other individuals from Nashville to Minneapolis to New York, but my connections are all pretty much Dollywood based.
Okay. And what about you, Miss Ashley? Connections. How did you develop connections after graduating?
Well, I went to college for 1 year,
Okay.
and then I moved down. So I'm like Justin. I've been there since, well, for about 10 years. So
Okay.
they're all in that area.
Okay, we're good.